Hey guys, and welcome to another league race video. The second video in as many days, and we are with the AOR racing team. And I've had another abysmal qualifying session, so I didn't show the qualifying. It's about as good as Mark Webber's start, so it's really bad. Anyway, I'm going to get off with this race shortly. Lights staying on for a really long time this time, and they're away now, getting a pretty standard start, getting a better start than F1 DJ, who's on the prime tyres. So all of these guys ahead of us have got older tyres than us, so we'll be looking to just get a few places after we've done there, just getting squeezed a bit by everybody. And the team first going a bit wide there as Mini Black makes up positions, and I'm getting just hit from every single angle possible, just giving people a small nudge there. Mini Black slowing down a lot for that apex, going to go down the inside here, and yep, lag contact there again from for Jack First and I. Problems that will be resolved now, hopefully, with my new internet that's been there for a couple of days. Anyway, we're going to continue the lap, and that looks like it's Kifla. Kifla having an abysmal start to the race and not getting the race start that he wanted. He qualified quite high, and he's obviously going to want to gain a lot of places back in these couple of laps, because he's really out of position here, and we've come already to the first problem. Notice how much they're pulling away on the straights. Seems like a repeat of Australia and Malaysia for me, doesn't it? Yes, except this time it's not a problem with FPS or anything, it's a problem with the wing settings I'm running. Yes, the Ferrari team, that's Alex Gillen and I, we made the choice to run really high wings for qualifying, and it worked well for Alex, didn't work well for me because of my qualifying pace. And as Mini Black runs wide there, or was that? Yeah, that was Mini Black, and so he's lost a bunch of positions there, but looks like he just ran wide. And going back to the wings there, we ran 11:10, if I remember rightly, but Alex ran very high ride height on the front to gain some speed. I was running 1-1 ride height, so my speed is very poor. So as you can see, even here we're losing out. We were losing about 2 seconds on the straight to everybody else. So it's a case of damage limitation this race, as we just try and stick in the slipstream, because that's our only chance of defending against cars behind us. We've managed to make up a lot of places just through incidents on the first lap, and not much else we could have done. So we're sticking behind Kifla here, just waiting for the DRS to maybe get a chance to pass him, but it's looking unlikely. And as we noticed, a bit of lag there, braking very late. We are running high large brakes again. We've made the switch back to high large brakes, and it's really working for us at the moment, but we've got to be careful to not lock up like in the Formula 1 live season event, where we locked up about 5 times as they go 3 wide into the first corner. Spectacular racing as they're just trading positions at the moment, as Kifla once again draws the short straw and gets the 3rd place out of that. So looks like Chairman Kramer swapped positions there, and Kifla once again just under pressure a bit from me in this sector, but manages to open up the gap. Look how fast I am in this sector, just absolutely on the limits, trying to open up that gap. But of course it's not working for me, and as soon as we get onto the straights, the advantage I have in sector 1 just gets blown away in a couple of straights. Round about here my advantage is already gone on the time I've gained in the first sector, so it's not looking like it's going to be a good race. But then again, we're going to hope for some close racing, and we're already on lap 3, and there's no let up in the pace here. I've got DRS, but so has Kifla, and I'm already under pressure from the car behind. Jack First getting DRS on me there, so not looking good for us as he brakes really, really late. Looks like he goes a bit wide. And I'm just all over the back of Kiefler then. About here is the only time where I can attack. I need to be 1 or 2 meters behind the car in front to negate the fact that my wings are so high, and when I pull out of their slipstream with the DRS, we just have the same speed even if they don't have the DRS. So it's going to be very, very difficult for me to make up any positions apart from strategy and bold moves, late braking. So as you can see, out of the tricky, twisty complex, and Kiefler having a bit of a moment of oversteer there allowed me to close right up, and once again I'm right on the back of him and trying to get the best exit out of here. I have, but as you can see, Kiefler just pulling away even though I have the better slipstream on him. So it looks like there's 2 trains of cars forming, one behind Mini Black and one behind Shem, I think. And then of course you have the leaders with Alex, Umar, Furkan and all that, obviously fighting for a position there for the lead. I wasn't expecting to be in any sort of fight for anything upwards of the low points positions because of my pace around this track wasn't particularly favourable, as Kiefler sort of cuts us off there and leaves us very vulnerable to an attack by Mini Black here, as we confirm that by switching up into Rich, just trying to not get bolted by Mini Black. And there's somebody in the pits there already. Not sure who that is, but I'm guessing it's one of the, as I really brake very, very late. I mean, that there was not a meter to spare in that braking point, and I nearly hit the back of Kiefler. I might have just grazed the back of him, and really on the limit. Nothing to choose between going too far over the limit and being off of the limit, and that's the problem, as I lock up, brakes locking there as well, which isn't a good sign. Lose a couple of meters now, and really being very vulnerable now because I've lost the slipstream of Kiefler, and there's no real chance to gain that slipstream back because now he's too far away. He's going to be pulling out the gap. Look at that, he's already pulling out a good 2, 3 or 5 meters, and the Mini Black is just there waiting for me to make a small mistake on the turns. As you can see, I'm right behind him again because of these turns, and just trying to edge the pace as much as I can to keep it going. As we pull into the pits there, and we skip forward to lap 7, where we are trying our best to try and move up the order here a bit, but it doesn't seem to be working for us. As we are in P9, of course we have people that have yet to pit, but it doesn't seem like it's going very well. We skip forward another lap now, and 2 people have pit then, and we've managed to get ahead of Kiefler, who I feel was holding us up for the first couple of laps. We could have maybe got a position or 2 if we could have passed Kiefler, but obviously with the speed difference we did not have any opportunity of passing him. Anyway, we are right behind Jack First, who's bulked us in the pit stops. He obviously pitting before us, or not pitting and just losing out on pure speed. But I'm going to go with the fact that he's pitted before us to, as our engineer advised us, that we shouldn't use Rich 3. And if my engineer would stop talking, I could say that I'm really going to try and use now the pace advantage in the first sector to pull off some bold moves, and then stick a defensive into every corner in the second and third sector. It's the only real chance I've got of defending any of these positions or gaining a position. As you can see, with the DRS, even with Kurz, we are barely closing in on Jack First, and that's really going to be a slight pain for any chance to pass. As we take a tighter line because we get better traction. But I must admit, Jack First looks like he's got a lot of pace here in the first sector as well. So it's going to be very difficult to pass him, although we are right on the back of him, and it looks like we are going to be able to make a pass stick if we can just manage to get it up the inside on one of the corners. Obviously not the easiest of tracks to pass on. You've got very few opportunities where you can brake later than the other people and take a different line, because all of the corners are apart from the first sector, are flowing corners. So once again, not much chance to catch up even with very high wings, because the track is just not of a nature of... It works well in qualifying, but as soon as you are in a race situation where you have to overtake someone, it doesn't work. And the problem is, as we throw it round the outside, a very bold move, but we outbrake ourselves. I do, as he dives into the pits there. I am under the impression, though, that we did have a bit of contact, which pushed me wide. Might have just braked a bit late, but anyway, we get the move done, but it's in vain because he's coming into the pits and I pit a lap later. So he's going to have the position on me anyway, which is going to be quite annoying because, as you know, we need as many positions as we can, because if we're stuck behind someone, we can't pull out that advantage in the first sector to be able to, as we lose connection to Firkin. So we can't pull out the advantage, and there goes Jack First past. So currently it's not looking very good for us, as we have another car. It's Granu, about 3 seconds behind us, as not using the right technique there to get the tyres warmed up, loads of oversteer, and yeah, but by the first sector our tyres are already warm because of all of those turns. So skipping forward to lap 17, so our tyres are starting to become a bit worn, but that's Kifla. And judging by that, I think he's only made one pit stop. A bit like two-stop strategy, it looks like. So we should have the pace on him at this stage of the race. In fact, we should have the pace on him in every single part of the race, as we just push him a bit there, relinquish the potential pass, and you know, just playing fair basically. We could have just said that he braked way too early there and just made the pass stick, but that's not like us. We try to race as fairly as possible, and yeah, he runs a bit wide, not sure why, but get the pass done. And but I'm really vulnerable into this straight particularly because it's a very long straight, but he's already dropped outside the 1 second gap, so obviously his tyres have hit the cliff or something, because it's not looking very well. It's not looking very good for him, put it that way. Anyway, we are going to close now in on Mini Black on lap 18, and closing down really fast on him now. Look at that, we've just closed him down in 2-3 corners, and it looks like we're going to try around the outside, but we decide against it. Have a look up the inside, but it doesn't seem to be working. But he sort of runs wide as well, and we get the position. So, not looking good for anybody in that first sector. But obviously, nobody to blame apart from myself to not try and make some of those more ambitious passes work, because we've got Klavutsky behind us now that's managed to pull out the gap to Mini Black already and close the gap to us, and we're going to be very vulnerable down into here because we've got no slipstream, no DRS. We're going to have to defend a lot, and as we brake so late there, it looks like we got a hit from Krivitsky, and he's obviously on fresher tyres. As we run wide, not going to help our exit there. And as we go to the inside, use curves, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Look at that speed he's got. He's going to try and move around the outside. There's not much we can do because the inside isn't the fastest line. We need to extend that track, and yeah, classy maneuver from Krivitsky. You know, that's one of the best passes I've seen. We're going to try and throw it up the inside, but you know, we knew that pass was never going to work, so Krivitsky's got away with it, and I don't think there's going to be a point where, as he lags in front of us another couple of meters, which makes our situation even more difficult. And yeah, he's already too far away from for us to do anything. We need to be right behind him. And with understeer into that turn, we've got nothing else to be able to battle him with, so we're just going to have to play it cool and just accept that position is now relinquished to him. But we're still in 6th, so we're in a net 6th position, and the pack is spread out. So it looks like some people on different strategies as we brake really, really late then. Get a terrible exit though, so it looks like Krivitsky's not in any danger of getting that position stolen from him. But lap 21, dive into the pits for our last set of tyres then. Going for a set of primes, but it looks like we might come out close to Mini Black here, because I know Mini Black was behind me for the whole stint. And is he? Yeah, there he goes. He goes past. Mini Black goes past, and so we are racing him for position. We're going to have to pass him again. And as we get radio message of Mini Black going to lean fuel, so obviously been very aggressive trying to catch one of us, either myself or defending against somebody. But as you can see, we're carrying a lot of speed through those corners, using our curves on exit. So as we set the fastest first sector of anybody, that's no surprise, is it? Apart from Alex Gillen. So Alex Gillen not really showing the full extent of his pace, I don't feel, during the race, maybe because of the problems we had with our setup as well. I do think he could have finished a bit higher up than the standings he was in at this current point in the race. But anyway, we are going to cut forward to us, where we've gone round the inside of Mini Black. He left it wide open, but as you can see, he's on the DRS. He's going to go straight back past. And that just sums up the day, doesn't it? You can get the pass stuck. You can make the pass stick, and really make that move count. And no matter what you do, you're going to get passed when you have that amount of wing on your car. So it really is a case of lose-lose, basically, as there goes Krivitsky out of the pit, so we're not going to be able to challenge him, and that looks like the soft tyre he's got on his car as well. So it looks like our race in terms of battling with Krivitsky is over, and we are battling with Mini Black, but we are on fresher tyres, so it looks like we could keep that position as long as we make no mistakes. We take a perfect line through there, but we go wide, and that's going to leave us very vulnerable. Look at the gap. Krivitsky's pulled out, and yeah, Mini Black is right on the back of us, and he's looking to make a move on this turn, but he doesn't. And my only guess is he's waiting for the DRS. Because it looks like we've got another car joining. Is that Fat First, or is that Granu? Or is it Kifla? I have no idea. We're going to find out. We're in P8, which is probably eventually going to become P6, as Mini Black, as expected, goes straight back past us, an exact copy of the lap before. And it's Granu behind us then. So Granu making an excellent recovery for some FPS issues. So as Kramer sets the fastest lap of the race, but Granu had some FPS issues, screen lag. So driving an excellent race nonetheless as we throw it up the inside of Mini Black. And defend that position. So it's really a dead heat between Mini Black and I. If I can pull away the gap in this first sector, then he cannot catch me in time with the DRS on the straight, or get him out of the DRS basically. And that fighting with Granu there might provide that small chance that I need to be able to pull out the gap. Anyway, here we go. Will it be enough? It looks like we're on lap 28. So does it look like we can keep this race? I do not know myself, because we've got Kiefler here in front of us which could hold us up, and Fat First has overtaken Mini Black, so he's obviously very fast in this last stage of the race. And we are going to try and close up that gap to Kiefler and pass him, but we've caught him at the wrong time. We are behind him for the sectors, and look how slow he's going into those turns there. So we're going to not only lose time because of our straight line speed, but we're losing time in the corners here. And with 2 seconds back to Fat First, we need to pull out that advantage now. And as we're going to go for a daring move up the inside here, this is not a passing location, but as we lock up and go slightly wide, and as Kiefler just tries to do the undercut, but his grip on his tires is going away from him, and it looks like that 2-stop strategy has not worked at all. Kiefler looks to come back at us, but we've got the inside line, and it doesn't look to me like his tires allow him to do anything through the corners. As where are we going to look back? Yes, we are, and look at that. Once again, he's out of the DRS. He's 1.2 seconds down, nearly 1.3 at this point, and there's no way he's going to really challenge us through any of the corners, because it looks like his tires have hit the cliff as he gets passed by Fat First there. With 1 lap to go, Fat First has an incredible chance of taking us here, because all he has to do is keep it clean in the first sector, not lose much time to us, and then during the straights on the last DRS straight he might have a chance to pass us. So it's a very tense lap here. Plus the temperatures now in some of the countries mean that the drivers, although they're not in real race cars, they get pretty tired as we lose connection to Kiefler. And if you replay that sequence of event there, if you look on the minimap, he got taken out by somebody. So that's going to be a Stewart inquiry, or just a complaint, a verbal complaint. Anyway, as our tire wear indicators come up, so we've got nothing left really on the tires to be able to attack the corners. Nothing left in the tank of fuel, it looks like, as our fuel light is coming on. But we might be in luck. That's Fat First, and it says he's out of fuel, but can we trust that? Because I've seen the game before saying about no fuel, and they've had a half lap of fuel still in the tank. But coming around the last corner, he hasn't been able to get DRS on us, and we run out of fuel. So it's going to be a dash to the line. Can Fat First catch us? It looks like no, and so that is the end of it there. So here we go with the results. Umar Boyati takes the win. Umar Boyaji, I should say, takes the win with Alex in second, Kramer third, Jack first, and Kravutsky finish ahead of us. Myself, Eyes Amusing, with Fat First right behind us. Granu, F1, DJ, Mini Black round out the points, and then the DNFs of Kiefler and Chem and Furkan. So that rounds up an exciting race, and really, really good. A lot of footage. Anyway, thanks for watching, And I'll see you all in the next video. Don't forget to press that like button and subscribe if you want to. Anyway, bye bye.